Hello, my ducks, it's Simon here. How are we all doing today? I'm a little bit croaky and I've got a delicate tummy, so hoping this live goes okay. Hello, Facebook user. I can't see your name, but you're saying hi with a little wavy emoji from the Facebook group, the Hermit's Cave. So hello from to Facebook viewers as well. How is everybody doing today? Oh, it has been a long week. It's been a short week because we had a bank holiday on Monday, but it's been a really long week. Myself and a few colleagues were saying yesterday, how is the shortest week turned into the longest week? But busy time of the year for anybody who works kind of in education or places like that. So, but it's the weekend. I've got a pretty full-on weekend. I'm out all day tomorrow. I'm on Gerald's channel, Tarot Stash, on Monday. We're going to be talking about this deck a little bit more, the Archeo. I have done a walkthrough of it. I've had it a couple of weeks. I'm a bit nervous about doing it because I haven't had an awful lot of time to work with it to be able to talk about it in a way that I can, you know, I think Gerald's had this for a few months, but anyway, it will be what it will be. And Gerald's there. Talking of which, hello, Gerald, how are you? Let's do the intros. Let's say hello to everybody because there's over 30 people here already. So first one in was our Caroline. Hello, how are you doing? And Shauna and Sia. We've got our Jackie, Tanji. Hello, Tanji. We've got Dee and Tammy Pie. Nice to see you. Then we've got, I love how right at the beginning, about 10 minutes before, there'll be a group of people in and then they're chatting to each other. And I pop in, I'm like, hi, can't wait to join you. I'm just getting a cuppa and all that sort of thing. But it's nice to see the interaction and chat before you go live. And we have Emma and Elizabeth. We have Debbie. Hello, Debbie. And Orshi. Hello, Orshi. Can you believe it's a week already since we were on a live together? That has really gone quick, even though it's felt like a long week. What is time? It's a weird concept, isn't it? We have Arise Tarot. Hello, nice to see you. And Celia. Who else have we got? Maharet. Nice to see you, Maharet. Jackie Jacaranda. We've got Al Kim from Moon Whisper. Chris, hello, Chris. I forget, of course, your classes are finished, so you can join in, which is nice. Always a pleasure to have you here. And Robin on my phone and tucked into bed. Wow, yeah, you were commenting 4 hours ago, Robin. Your sleep pattern is bizarre. And we have so if Simon needs to make a mad dash for the toilet, I'm hoping it's not. I was like, and I don't know if anybody noticed, but I only put this live up 50 minutes ago. Normally it goes up Saturday morning. When I get up, I do what I need to do, and then I set my live for the day. I couldn't do it. I was like, I don't know if I can go live. Don't know if I can go live. So at about 3:10, I thought, actually, it's settled a bit. It doesn't feel as sore. Hello, Simon and everyone in the cave. I'm reading comments and not reading out people's names. So I hope I haven't missed anyone. But Anne Showers, Celia, we've mentioned Gerald, and Michelle, Lady D, Tanya, Grey Hayes, Pieces of 8. Mitchell, hello, how are you doing? Nice to see you. It'll be a wonderful conversation about the deck. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Just haven't had an awful lot of time to work with it just with this week being how it's been. And apologise, Gerald, about when I went into my emails today and I've seen the ones you've sent me through the week. I'm like, you must think I'm so rude. Naomi, Gruen, hello Gruen, and Stephen and Laura and Amanda. And we've got Han M. Nice to see you. I don't think I've seen you before. So that's the introductions. If I did miss you, I do apologize. It wasn't intentional. But yeah, so how's everybody doing? I'm really enjoying this coffee today. It's only my second cup. So I got up really early, as I do. I did a video of my bedside table, which was based on a memory that came up yesterday on Facebook about how bedside tables reveal things about people. And it just, the concept, I remember, I think it was 4 years ago. I thought that's really interesting. But anyway, I decided to do a bit of a film, bit of a tag about it. Why am I telling you that? Oh yeah, so I got up really early this morning, so it's still dark, and we're in September now, and it's like, yeah, autumn's fast approaching. And you know, it was still dark, and the lamps were on and things like that. Or nightstand in the US. Nightstand, yes. Or it could even be dressing tables, because dressing tables is another one. You know, it says in the blurb that I put on the video, bedside table or dressing tables reveal a lot about. So if anybody wants to do a VR, they can show their dressing table if they don't have much. Because I have had some comments on there from people saying I don't really have anything on my dressing table, on my bedside table. I don't have a bedside table. So I don't comment a lot, but I've been following for a long time. Well, welcome. And I say welcome, you've been following a long time, as in welcome to the chat and engaging in the chat. And I hope you feel comfortable doing so now, because you will get a lovely welcome from everybody. So thank you for being brave and posting a comment so we can all see you. Hello, Sluggo. Who's Sluggo? Oh, Sluggo. Another name I don't know. Coffee makes me sleepy. Does it? It has the opposite effect, because a lot of people, mind you, this is decaffeinated. I have decaffeinated coffee, unless I'm grinding coffee beans. But my favorite instant is Kenko Millicano, their decaf. And with the oat milk and everything, it's so creamy, and I'm really enjoying it today. That's where I was going. So I've only had 2 drinks. And I noticed when I was filming because I get the inspiration to film something and I just go and do it. And I noticed as I was filming, I was quite a bit. And that was because I hadn't had a cuppa. So I had a cuppa afterwards. This is my second one. But I'm really enjoying it. Hello, Patrice. Nice to see you. My nightstand is just a lamp and some CBD roll-on. And people are saying hello to Han. Simon, keep with the plot. Have I gone off the plot? ADD brain. Jack, you should know by now. I need bringing back sometimes, because the way my brain's wired is I'll start telling a story, then something will pop in, and instead of pushing that back to finish the story part and then come back to it, I can't. Because then I'll be like, what was I going to say? What was it I was going to say? Oh, I was going to say something then. So now I've kind of adapted and I just go with what comes in. And it does take me off in a lot of different directions. But I can usually find my way back. I'm pretty good at finding my way back. And anybody who's has me on Glide will know that my glides are constantly, oh, I was going to say something. What was it you just said? I was going to say something. Especially if it glides along. He's lost the plot. I've lost the plot. Hello, Woodthrush Cottage. Our Diane, how are you doing? It's lovely you feel comfortable to join in. Yeah, and we want people to feel comfortable to join in. You know, there's at the moment there's just under 70 people. Just over 70 now, including Facebook. You know, and if you just want to sit and listen, that's absolutely fine. Sit and listen. There's no pressure. But I also hope that, you know, if you want to contribute, that you feel comfortable in contributing. Facebook user, hi. Hello, Facebook user. Love your Libra mug. Thank you. It was one of the gifts that came in that big parcel from Anton. It's really heavy duty and it's lovely. Anton from Texas, who sent that huge parcel. He sent a few parcels actually over the last 18 months. This is such a kind community. I'm glad you feel that way, Shauna. Hello, the Star Tarot. How are you? So we've got lots of people from all over the globe, even India. So also kinds of jewelry I never wear but want to. Yeah, I've got a little dish on the other. So if you do watch the video, it's at the end when I just go to the other side of the bed, the empty side of the bed. I love having a big empty bed, actually. And there's a little glass dish which has like bracelets and things like that in. Simon, how many cups of coffee? Simon, how many cups of coffee do I drink a day? Are you asking me to guess how many you drink? I would say 4. That would be my guess, Robin. I'm fine, Simon. Hope you're doing good. I am, thank you. It's the weekend. Greetings from Thailand. Wow. Let's just if you're happy to do, just for now, just put your country, just type the country that you're in, just so we can get a sense of just how global this community is, where we like-minded individuals, you know, have this shared kind of interest and something in common, but are from all over the world. Ghetto County. Oh no, that is somebody called Ghetto County. I thought that's where you said you was from. USA, Canada, England, UK, Sweden, Germany, Canada, BC, British Columbia, USA, Finland, Scotland, Orlando, Florida, United States, specifically Wisconsin, Switzerland, UK, Norway. I didn't know we had somebody in from Norway. I've been to Norway 4 times. I love Norway. One of my closest friends lives in a place called Skien. Used to live in Sorensand. And I've been to both places, and Oslo, of course. And we drove over to Sweden and went to Stockholm. But welcome. USA, Philippines, Thailand, Koh Tao, is that how you say that? Koh Tao, Thailand, India, and it's Arnav Navneet, California, USA, UK, USA, lots of USA, USA, damn phone, USA, California, USA, Germany, England, Long Island, New York. Long Island. Every time you say that, Caroline, I always think of Long Island tea and a Starlian Bolly for me. You have to have watched Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, to get that reference. England, Hungary, Orshi, UK, Sweden, Michigan, Wales, Wisconsin, Philippines, another from the Philippines. All kinds of followers from all over the world. That's crazy, but much love. And exactly why I just wanted people to do that, just so we can really see, you know, where everybody is. It's lovely. We are the United Nations of Tarot, says Tammy Pie. Merry meet to all the kindred souls around the world. Yeah. NC. That's really testing my American geography. NC. North Carolina. It's like NC. Kentucky, Germany. Quite a few from Germany. Where are you recording from? I'm recording from England, and it's right in the Midlands, a city called Nottingham in the I just noticed somebody put from Facebook where they were from as well. Canada, USA, New York City. I'm just looking at the Facebook contributions. Montreal, Canada. That was beautifully sung. I think there's a bit of irony there, Shauna. I love Priscilla. Me too, Tanji. It's one of my favourite films. Hey, Simon, just watch your Moon Baby deck walkthrough. Fabulous. Great job. So happy I'm here. I've missed several of these lives due to my schedule. Well, I'm glad you're able to make this one, Kay. It's always lovely to see you in the chat. Simon, the home of Long Island tea drink. Yes. I'm in Nottingham tonight, going to see Passenger at Rock City. Give you a wave. If I want on my laptop, I will turn the window around and show you that I face Rock City. I can see it. I can see it from my window. I face the street that goes up to Rock City. And in fact, where I work is not even a minute's walk from Rock City. So that's weird. Especially when you see people in the chat that are all over the globe, and then someone's like, oh, I'm at Rock City tonight. And you're like, that's just there. So whereabouts are you? You don't have to give an address, Leslie, but if you're coming to Nottingham tonight, whereabouts are you located in England? Sweden, from the Smileland. Lovely sunny afternoon from Sweden. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. That drink is good. I've never had Long Island tea. Maybe when I go to New York next year, I will put it on my list, and I'll go to. I'll get a Long Island tea. I love your card collection. Do you have more than these shown? Yeah, well, it depends. All of the let's see if I can go up. This unit here, I've got some laundry there. This unit here goes down to the floor as well. So that's kind of like my tarot collection. But then over there in that direction, under a table, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why did I count that? I know 3 3s are 9. 9 cubicles that are full of oracle decks as well. But oracle decks, I'm trying to scale back. So I've got a big one. I've got these decks here and some around me here on my reading space as well. But I've got a big box in the spare room that I forgot to take to Glastonbury. I even remembered the night before, and then I got there and I was like, I forgot the decks. But I've got literally 30 to 40 oracle decks that I'm going to give away. I could not drink Long Island tea for the love of God. Why? What is it? What's it like? Have you all seen Tower of the Abyss yet? Yes. Tower of the Abyss is a firm favourite. I love Tower of the Abyss. So much so that it's next to me here. It's so beautiful. Try not to get the ring light on it. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Anatorian can do no wrong. There's a tree like that in the Chalice Well Gardens at Glastonbury that it reminded us of. I gave myself a bus cut. Hello, Billy. Simon, my daughter's been in London since August the 19th for work. She'll be there until September the 24th. She has many friends in the UK and loves the UK. Have you been over, Caroline? And is she into tarot? Has she been to Watkins Books? If she hasn't and she is into tarot, highly recommend that she goes off to Leicester Square and finds Watkins' books. It contains 11 different spirits. Maybe I won't have Long Island tea then. I do, every time I go somewhere though, I do like to sample like the delicacy or the drinks or that's particular to that area. So even when I was in Glastonbury a couple of weeks ago, I had to have some Somerset cider. Because I've been to Glastonbury twice before that and never thought to have Somerset cider. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to have a pint of Somerset cider, which was really nice. Oh, thank you. It's that oldish one now. Jen enabled us to get them. I think Elle got one in grey. Both me and Jen got the one in black. Almost finishing editing a video so I could pay more attention to chat. Love Treadwell's. Yeah, I've not been to Treadwell's. Didn't get to go to Treadwell's. I did go to the one that's, oh, what's it called? It is on the Hermit on Tour video. When I met Sandra the first time, she took me there. And it's associated with Aleister Crowley a lot. He used to have a chair and sit in there. And it's right on the tip of my tongue. I like a well-made Long Island tea. It tastes just like iced tea. It sneaks up on you. I'd probably just have one to say that I've tried it. 11 different spirits. That's unbelievable. Rock City, I used to go there most Friday nights in my younger days. Where are you as well, Celia? And I didn't see where Leslie is from either, unless I've missed it. Let me just have a quick look. Don't think, but she might not want to say, and that's absolutely fine as well. Yeah, I can't see it, but so where are you now, Celia? You probably told me before. Long Island tea is served in quart mason jars. Very tasty. Her next trip is definitely going with her. And yes, she's into tarot, growing up with me as a mom. Oh, I did wonder that. Or 5 different spirits. Same thing, it's dangerous. But there's a big, when it comes to spirits, there's a big difference between 5 and 11. It's over double. Matlock. Oh, you lucky thing. Matlock is so beautiful. I have filmed videos for the channel in Matlock and Matlock Bath and all around the Derbyshire Peaks. It's beautiful. Pick a deck and start talking about it. Well, actually, I'm in Tamworth. Used to go with friends to Rock City in my younger days. Tamworth's quite nice. Dan and I stopped at Tamworth Services. Not that that's the nice part of Tamworth, but when we went to Glastonbury a few weeks ago, we stopped at Tamworth Services to have some breakfast. And Tamworth's really nice. I've been a few times. It's a nice little castle as well. Hello, Deanne. Nice to see you. So, or she wants me to pick a deck and start talking about it. Well, I still got a deck I haven't opened, which is the Labyrinth Tarot. It's still sealed. Shall we take a look at the Labyrinth Tarot together? We could have a look at this. I can't believe I bought this in Glastonbury, and then I came back and I was only home for a day, and I went away to the coast. And like I say, this week has just been so full on that, yes, please. Yes. Okay. Sounds like a popular choice. I've not had a chance to do a walkthrough or anything. But now, you know, there's quite a few walkthroughs out there. Our Chris has done a walkthrough. I've not watched it yet, Chris, just because, you know what I'm like, if I've got a deck, especially one that's sat at the side of me, I won't watch the walkthrough until I've opened it. I can't believe you have the Labyrinth already. My Barnes & Nobles says it won't be out until October. Wow. It's Pardon me. It's available on Amazon and places, I think. But it was on, there was quite a few copies in Glastonbury. So I've got one. Jen, hello, Jen. I'm not sure we applies. One is less than a year, the other around 2.5 years. What's that? What's that? I can't find what that's in relation to, but hello anyway. I was just talking about you actually, Jen. All good. It's not about the t-shirt. Somebody liked the t-shirt. I saw it in Waterstones last week. So Waterstones, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe Barnes & Noble and Waterstones are the same company, just different names for different locations, a bit like Asda was with Walmart, because the set out is the same. And when I've seen people film in Barnes & Nobles, it's just like filming in Waterstones. So I'm pretty certain they're pretty much the same. The box is really nice. I just took the cellophane off so I can feel this, like the raised bit here, which is really lovely. And on the sides, we've got these kind of like shiny bits. Oh, it's my favorite character. It's the worm. I love the worm. Hello. Did you just say hello? No, I said hello. Come inside and meet the missus. So it's by Titan Books, and the same artist, I believe, who did the Del Toro. It's very, very similar in its style and aesthetic. Because you also got the Yule Oracle, which isn't out here yet. Same shop. I bought this from the shop that I bought the Yule Oracle. The Yule Oracle we're referring to is the Witch's, what's it called? Not Witch's Wisdom. Is it Witch's Wisdom? My mind goes blank. So nice sturdy box. It just looked like the Tarot del Toro, yeah. Yeah, it's very, very similar to Tarot del Toro. Now, I loved Labyrinth as a teenager. It came out in the 80s, and I remember watching it and loving it. But you couldn't own videos back then. I think the first video I ever owned was The Wizard of Oz. And it was a video, not a DVD. And that was 1989. And I could just remember buying it thinking, I've got a film in my hand. The concept of owning a physical film that was yours, because you could rent them and things before that. So yeah, it was really Seasons of the Witch. Thank you, Tammy Pie, and Amanda. So again, I'm losing the plot, aren't I? Why am I telling you that? But anyway, yeah, I do have the Blu-ray DVD now, and I watched it. I think probably during lockdown last year, and it's the first time I've watched it for quite a few years. But it's a great film. But I'm not down with every single character, although I've watched it quite a few times. But this is the inside. We've got this red and white stripy effect. Cardstock is nice. That's a thick deck. On the back, it says, discover the secrets of the labyrinth with this official tarot deck inspired by Jim Henson's cult classic starring David Bowie. Now, it is Jim Henson's, but also you'll be familiar with Brian Froud, who did like the fairy oracles. He also was a kind of designer, and the door knockers, they were designed by Brian Froud, for example. Featuring Sarah. Sarah is our protagonist, who goes in search of her baby brother that has been abducted by the Goblin King. Jareth is the Goblin King. Hoggle, and more as classic tarot characters in original illustrations. This deck also includes a foreword from Brian Froud, artist and production designer on the original film. Yeah, so he gets to he gets to write in the book. I never knew that. So this is the book. It's not the biggest book, but it's certainly not a small book either. How many pages have we got? 127 pages. Thomas Hijo, or Tomás Hijo, was born in Spain. He is an illustrator and professor of illustration at the University of Salamanca in Spain. The author is Minerva, Minerva Sigel, or Sigel, I think it's Sigel. And I put something in the Hermit's Cave earlier in the week because Minerva, or Minerva, I think it's Minerva, is quite poorly at the moment. And so we asked for collective kind of well wishes, healing, positive energy and everything like that, because really going through it at the moment in terms of their health. So yeah, and Minerva is written for a number of books, but this is her latest. So we get the foreword by Brian Froud. I only just watched Labyrinth at the beginning of summer. I pre-ordered the deck and thought I should finally watch it. I wonder how many more people have done that. I wonder how many more tarot enthusiasts have bought the deck first and thought, right, I'll get the DVD. Are you ready to enter the labyrinth? Let's go. So I like the style of the pages as well as the kind of like sepia, old paper feel. Understanding your tarot deck, then we go straight into the major arcana. Does it tell you the characters? So we get a nice full page illustration. This is Sarah, look, and it says the Fool represents someone about, tell me it tells you about them. Sarah, like the Fool, is trusting and a little naive as she starts out on her quest through the Goblin King's labyrinth to save her baby brother Toby. Then you get your upright and reverse meanings. So I'm pleased that you get in there. It is a pip deck. So those of you who don't like pips, I don't mind pips. I'm a lot better now with pips than I used to be. You get less image, but who wants a full page of a pip design? Perhaps I shouldn't say that. But for the major arcana, you get a nice bit. So I may have to refer to this if I don't know all the characters. So in terms of card size, it's quite nice. It's a little bit bigger than a standard RWS. But I'm literally talking minute amounts on both sides. Look, slightly wider and a little bit taller. So pretty much, you may as well say, a standard tarot size, US game standard. Cardstock is lovely. It is matte. It has a lovely soft finish, really nice quality. These are the backs. Now, at first glimpse, you might think they're reversible, but they're not. Look, you've got, it's completely not reversible in any way, shape or form. But it does seem very symmetrical, doesn't it? But it might be symmetrical. It's not reversed. Why is the 10 of Cups at the back? Don't tell me it's not in order. Or do you get the, oh, I see, you get the courts before you get the pips. If you do need, you know what I'm like, how focused I am on something. So if you do need to catch my attention, do pop it in capitals and I'll promise to keep looking. Or if I miss any and the mods want to tag me, then please do. Yeah, it's so Tarot del Toro. So we have Sarah as our Fool. So she's the protagonist of the story. It's her quest to get back Toby, her baby brother, that has been taken by the Goblin King. And she feels guilty all the way through the film. She's feeling guilty because she's been left at home to look after him. Baby was crying and she's like, you know, why can't you just be taken? And of course, that's what happens. And then she realizes the magnitude of her words and what that's led to, and off she goes to rescue little Toby. The artwork's pretty good. So the magician is the I keep wanting to say Scorpion King, the Goblin King, which of course was played by David Bowie in the film Labyrinth. So it's really nice, especially with all the little, I'm trying to get it in focus, all the little skulls and things. Yeah, Jareth is the name of the Goblin King. Really interesting High Priestess card. Really interesting. It'd be interesting to know the choices as well when I read the book later. Oh, it took me a minute then. I was thinking, well, who's this? But the only real humans in the film, the Empress, it's Sarah's mother, and of course, Toby's mother. Embodying that sort of motherly energy of the Empress. So I'm assuming the Emperor, yes, I was going to say, is going to be Sarah's father, but you can see he's got the bottle of milk ready for Toby, and the ball, I don't know if you can see there, has Toby written on it. So the Emperor is Toby's father. Simon, I'm going to watch the movie tonight, I think. Do you know, I might watch it again. I could. Depends who's on tonight, I suppose. That's kind of how I do my viewing now. Anybody on tonight? Nobody's on tonight? Right, I'll watch a film or I'll go to Netflix. It all evolves around YouTube. We've got Hoggle for the Hierophant. That's actually a really good likeness. I love the feel of the cards. They feel really nice. I actually picked this deck up in a shop in Glastonbury and put it back down again. Wish I'd brought it now. There was quite a few in Glastonbury, wasn't there, Amanda? I know you got there a little bit after us, but yeah, quite a few. So our Lovers has been renamed as the Dancers. And I get it. I get that. Why there'll be a name change. The artwork is fab. Hoggle, says Ishi. Hello, Ishi. Oh, what's the two characters here? Sedidimus, I want to say. Sedidimus. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. I'm sure it was Sedidimus. Did I put... Oh, I'll put the book over there, not in the box. And then, of course, we have Ambrosius, the dog. I think it's Sedidimus. For our Chariot card. The Chariot. Yes, Sedidimus. Charge forward astride his trusty steed, Ambrosius. The Chariot represents momentum, movement, and bravely taking charge. My memory is better than I thought it was. Sedidimus and Ambrosius. Yeah. Then we have Strength, which is one of the mechanical giants, isn't it? The gatekeepers, the guardians of the Goblin City. Oh, quite menacing. Good face. Notice as well, I just noticed it when I put it really close, the image in a lot of the cards is coming outside of the borders. So if people, I sometimes think this is publishers getting wise to, you know, all these people that snip the borders off. Well, let's make it a little bit difficult for them. Not that I probably would on this deck. I actually quite like the borders on it, but the image is coming out of the border. Oh, okay, tell us more. Strength looks like something out of an old dream of mine. Ludo, I hope Ludo's in here. I love Ludo and the Bog of Eternal Stench. The Hermit is the wise man. I can't remember if he had another name, but he was just referred to as the wise man. Smells bad. If they do that with frames, I'm all for it. Yeah. Oh, this is clever. This is clever for the Wheel of Fortune. So there's that scene, isn't there, in the Labyrinth film where she's going around and around. She's been misled, tricked, and all sorts of riddles to solve. And then she gets wise, whereas she thinks, you know, she can put markings on the slabs. Then as soon as she goes off in one direction, the goblins come up and turn the slabs around, so they all face in different directions. Which is that whole sense of the Wheel of Fortune, you know, your luck changing, and which sometimes you're top, sometimes you're bottom, aren't you, with the Wheel of Fortune? So just got Tarot del Toro. You'll have to let us know what you think. Is she? I didn't even notice the images coming out of the borders until you pointed it out. Smells bad. Everybody's doing Ludo. Oh, this part of the film was really freaky. Really freaky. Kind of reminds me, what was that Robin Williams film where after they died, they went to this kind of purgatory place? I mean, in the film, these are the helping hands, but it's just something about lots of hands. I think it brings back that memory from What Dreams May Come. That's what it was called. Ugh. I was in the cinema like this, trying to breathe. I need a deck with this style, but I'm not familiar with the theme. Yeah. But seriously, all you have to do, Washi, is watch the film a couple of times. So all of those who like to see Ludo is our hanged man. Look at him with his toes and his fingers. Why? I wonder. Let's have a look at the book. What does the book say? The hangman represents someone who, like captive Ludo, has experienced an unexpected setback and is currently in a state of suspension and limbo. Celia says, I've never seen Labyrinth. Think I'm going to have to watch it now. You remind me of The Babe. Which Babe? The Babe with the Power. It's a great film. Oh, so we have another name change. Death makes sense. Has become Fate. What am I looking? Oh, okay. Sometimes you look at these images and you're like, what am I looking at? So this is, I don't know who that is. It's kind of dressed like Jareth. Oh, but let's have a look. Fate. The Goblin King, Jareth, is skilled in the art of transformation, which is the theme of fate. Well, that's hard to say, isn't it? The theme of fate. This card represents change, transition, and metamorphosis. So it's the darker side to Jareth, isn't it? I mean, because Jareth's a bungle of lightness and joy. Yes, is there one with Jareth, the magician and the devil so far, which is really interesting. Gosh, state of me, what's up with me? Just looking at comments before I move on. I love the door knockers. It's interesting that this is the Temperance card, isn't it? I suppose because they're not like this on the door. There's two doors, and then there's the left door knocker and the right door knocker. But what's interesting, I suppose, is the difference in the balance and the difference in their personality. So I can't really remember which one was which really. So I think left and right. But one was quite grumpy. There's a gargoyle, very grumpy. This one was very mumbly because the door knocker ring is in his mouth. So, but more helpful than the other one. So you've got that balance there. Honestly, I cancelled this deck order because I already have the Jim Henson Labyrinth deck and I just love it so much more. Yeah. But it isn't, that one isn't strictly a tarot, is it? Am I right, Tammy Pie? I remember you and I both talking about this a couple of years ago, and I ordered it and it never came. It never came back into stock. You know how sometimes on Amazon we're still trying to get this product, and I never actually got it. But oh, devil is demon, and it's the fires, which is cool. Quite cool, actually. That card speaks on its own. Oh, which one? It's tarot and a card game, Simon. Okay. So does this one not tempt you at all, Tanji? Or have you had that itch scratched by having this? The tower is really cool. That's the castle. I love that scene where the worm tells her, helps Sarah by saying everything in the labyrinth isn't what it seems, and you have to go through there. And she's like, but there's no gap there, it's just wall. And he says, no, walk forward. And then she walks forward and she's like, oh, thank you very much. And she goes to turn left. And it's like, no, don't go that way. Never go that way. She's like, right, okay. And then she turns and goes right. And it goes, oh, if she'd gone that way, should have gone straight to that castle. So the tower is Jareth's castle. After I saw a few walkthroughs, it didn't call to me. Simon, I had to pop out the room when you introduced this deck and missed a minute. May I see the box and book, please? Yeah, I'll do it when I get to the end of the majors before I go into the minors. That's all right, just for the flow of it. Oh, this is Sarah's teddy bear. Where she's wanting that comfort and security, and it's the star card, which is quite perfect. Oh, I love it. His foot's come right down, look. Oh yeah, the peach. What's the peach? What did the peach signify? What's the significance for the moon card? I've just seen a glimpse of the sun. The sun looks amazing. The peach that Jareth forces Hoggle to give Sarah is much more than a simple snack. One bite whisks her away to a dreamlike masked ball. Of course, it's all an illusion. Illusion is one of the key themes of the moon, which serves as a reminder that things aren't always what they seem. Perfect. Hoggle was forced to give her the peach, and she went trippy. She certainly did. Isn't that great? I really love it, but look how sinister. On his little wooden rocking horse. The horse of the Sun card is a little wooden rocking horse. So Toby gets to... Oh, and I've just realised Toby's baby grow. I love it. I'm probably doing all this, and there's probably about a dozen walkthroughs out there, and everybody's already picked up on these. But this is the first impressions. But look how sinister the sun's face is. Wow. I could go for a trippy beach. Yeah, me too. Thank heavens he's got on a baby grow. Yeah, it's not the naked baby that we're used to seeing. So we have the guards for judgment. Oh, now the guards, they gave Sarah a riddle to solve, didn't they? Which was quite a complex riddle, really. I was really impressed. But yeah, and if she solves the riddle and goes through one door, it's to the castle. And if she goes through another door, it's to certain death. But there is this riddle. The sun face looks like Blix from Labyrinth movie. Now there's a deck I'd want. This is the deck from the Labyrinth movie. We cannot live without the sun, but it can be a harsh father. Hey, June. Nice to see you. Slept in late today. We'll catch up later. Lots of love and hugs. I woke up to your video this morning and watched your video, and I really enjoyed it. Good luck with your tennis and everything. But yeah, it was nice to catch up with you. And the world card is the labyrinth itself, which is perfect, isn't it? When you think about the journey of the hero, our fall, setting out, and then attaining the world, it's that first step that she took, and then having to face this huge journey of the labyrinth. So I think that's really cool, actually. Legend movie. Oh, Legend. Sorry, I thought you said Labyrinth. Okay, so Kay wanted to see the box. So this is the box, which is really nice. It's got this raised part here. A nice, sturdy two-part box. Cut out for the fingers. And then we get the pattern of the Toby's baby grow that I've only just realised. And a book. Quite a nice book, actually. And it gives you quite a bit. It's got why they've used the character from the film for the archetype, and then upright and reverse meanings. Hi, Jax. Good to see you. So it's fun to hear everyone's memories about the film. Have you seen the film, Jen? Is it one that you enjoyed or not bothered about? Oh, you put above. I think I only saw this movie once and I just don't remember very much at all. My mind is a sieve, oftentimes with fiction. I get that. I get that. It's nice to see the books in colour. Yes, yes, it is. So, junk. I've looked ahead. I'm going to go quicker through the minors. I want to put them in right order just because that's how I can be. Oh, they feel so nice. This is a really good quality, and it wasn't. Look, I'm looking ahead. I'm not going to show it yet. Talk about it yet, but love that guy. I don't know why so much, but I can still hear his voice in my head. You know, come inside and meet the missus. Come inside and have a nice cup of tea. So we have our Ace of Poles. As I said, it is a pip deck. The nice thing is I can rewatch a movie or reread a book and still be surprised by the ending. Yeah. Sometimes I'll do that on Netflix. I'll watch a film and I'll be about an hour in and there'll be a certain scene and I think, I've seen this before. Yeah, I've completely forgotten the first hour. But that one scene, I'm like, oh, I have seen this. And I think, well, how can my brain just disregard everything else that's just come before that? So the minors have been renamed. So these are wands though, aren't they? But it's poles. Oh, I'm going to attempt to make a worm statue from my air dry clay. Show it, Tachi. I love the worm. Hello. Did you just say hello? No, I said hello, but it's close. Oh, here come the sirens. I do that all the time, Simon. It's bizarre, isn't it? Princess Bride. Now, that's a film I don't remember much about at all. I have seen it once back in my churchy days. It was like an accepted film that you could watch. That, and is it Escape to Witch Mountain? Oh, and then obviously we've got the court. So we have Page, Knight, Queen, and King. I do like, and it kind of looks, you know, we've got the main characters in the major arcana, and then we have a lot of the word's gone completely goblin, completely out of my head. We've got a lot of goblins for the majors, another folk of the labyrinth or the castle setting. We have just recently rewatched that 1D. I loved Escape to Witch Mountain. I need to watch it again. I've got very faint memories of both films. Probably like you have, Jen, for the Labyrinth. Get these right. That should be it. So we've got Junk next. Is Junk... looks like it's swords. Oh no, because then we've got feathers. And then we've got what? Pots, which is cups. So this Junk must be pentacles, coins? Yes. But that is a bit misleading for the ace. Or is it just me? Would you not look at that and think that that's swords? Amanda says, I'm not normally liking pip decks, but I'm liking these. Yeah, they're a little bit different, aren't they? To just your standard pips. I am Sarah and my brother is Toby. I love that everybody's quoting things. I'm actually, I think, more impressed by this deck than I thought I was going to be. Because when I saw it in the shop, I thought, well, I'm in Glastonbury. I've got my spending money that I'd saved for, you know, and I thought, I'll get it because I do really enjoy the film. I've got happy memories of the film. And then I heard, and you shouldn't really take on board necessarily what other people say, but I heard other people chatting in other people's lives, just in the comments, saying how disappointed they was with it. So when I got home, I've had, like I said, a really busy week. I've looked at it and I thought, I really should do a walkthrough video. But I put it off. And then when Orshi just said, grab a deck and show us a deck, I thought, right, well, let's have a look at the Labyrinth then. Looks like he's being crushed. Ludo's rocks. Jen, don't you just love the watching your own special movie over where you can sit, laugh, surprised not to be brought to tears? There's the Queen of Junk. And then we have the Worm. Hello. So cool. It was one of my favorite, certainly my favorite court card. Hopefully you're liking it enough. I am. Let's just get these, because it's a new deck. They're not stuck together because it's not that sort of, but they are a little bit clunky at the moment. But really nice card stock for quite an inexpensive deck. We have our Ace of Feathers. Oh, yeah, the way his hair bounces everywhere. Ghetto country, yeah, definitely. So we have feathers for our miners. I will add into the title of this video as well now that I'm doing Game of Thrones. Hush my mouth. Labyrinth, because invariably what will happen is in about a year from now, somebody will say, didn't you do a walkthrough with the Labyrinth Tarot? I'm sure I've seen it, and I'll search and I'll say, oh no, I haven't done. And I do this a few times. I'll show a deck, drawing Cuppa Cash-Spring cards, forget to put it into the title, and then people are like, why haven't you done a walkthrough of this? I'm like, I did. Page of Feathers. Or she loves the art style. I do too. Great artist. We have our Queen of Feathers. Oh, look at the King of Feathers. Our Becca would like that card. It's beautiful. And our last suit, and I'll have to get it just for my collections. Oh, you're on the Game of Thrones too. No, I didn't buy the Game of Thrones because I couldn't get into the series. I know. Don't send me hate mail. Game of Thrones almost rolled smoothly off your tongue. I think that means you're just meant to watch it. I think it's because it's in the forefront of my mind because, again, this whole Facebook memory thing, it came up the other day and I'd put on, and I think it's something like 7 years ago, I put on something like, everybody's going on about this Game of Thrones. I'm up to episode 4 and I'm just not feeling it. Can somebody tell me that it gets better, or words to that effect? I shared it again this week and I put, it never did work out for me. I think I got to like episode 7 and I was like, I don't know where we are, who we're talking to, all these different kingdoms. I was like, I'm so lost. I don't think Game of Thrones helps people. I don't think it's conducive to people with an ADD type of brain because too violent for our Simon. Is it? There was a scene where somebody got thrown out of a window very early on and that upset me. But yeah, if a film is graphically violent, I'm not over Detroit. And I think I went to see that 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And it was one of those films where I had a compulsion to get up, put my coat on and walk out of the cinema, no matter how busy it was. But I didn't because I needed to see justice being served at the end. Because if I'd left at that point, with the horror of what I was experiencing, I would have always been, you know, kind of like, I needed to see justice. And then when justice didn't happen at the end, and I know this is real life, so they're not going to give you a fairy tale ending, a happy ending. If, you know, it was a true story, it was too much. And it still rents space in my head every so often. Vikings was too much for me. I stopped during the first episode. Which sister is sleeping with her brother? I hope you're still on about Game of Thrones here. Oh, that's obviously got two together because that's really thick. Yeah. So overall, I'm really, really impressed. Page of Pots. The artwork is great, and the pips are the pips, but they're interesting. They're a little bit quirky. So there we have it. That's the Labyrinth Tarot. I can't believe how thick the deck is. It's a really nice, girthy tarot deck. Same here. Game of Thrones, nothing for me. Now I'm watching Merlin. Oh, I loved Merlin. I loved the last scene of Merlin when he walks past the Glastonbury tour. So cool. Can't wait for the final season to come out. That's how I felt about Breaking Bad. I kept thinking, why am I watching it? Is there redeeming value? But at some point, I just couldn't stop watching. It really sucks you in, doesn't it? Breaking Bad really sucks you in. What? I just throw in my hand with the chilliest bunch in the land. They didn't look much. Oh, they sure chilly. Oh. She's having a right party here. I have an acquaintance who is an exceptional artist. He has done a number of pencil drawings for the characters from Labyrinth. If I remember later, I will link his work in the comments. Mind-blowing good. Oh yes, do. I watched the first few. I read that as the first few seconds. I was like, "Wow, okay, you didn't give it long." But you put the first few seasons of Game of Thrones, but I found I lost interest after that. It just seemed there was a frenzy over here about it, and it seemed to build season on season. I'm really anybody watching The Handmaid's Tale. I've gone down that rabbit hole of looking at spoilers for season 5, and I shouldn't because we've only just finished watching season 2, and that took 2 years because of lockdowns and things. But oh my gosh, such a good show. And Donna from Ozark Oracle told me that Dexter is coming back. I was like, really? It's called Dexter New Blood, but it's still Michael C. Hall. It's still Dexter, having gone off and started a new life somewhere. So that will be interesting. That's out in November. And Ozark will be back. Ozark was the first series I binge watched during the very first lockdown. Because it was one of those that I was like, when I've got time, I'll watch it. Besides the movie Somewhere in Time, I have so many. Somewhere in Time, I've got that. I went to Merlin's Cave in Tintagel last week. Love it there. Amanda, you've got about. You've been to Glastonbury and Cornwall. I need a good dragon deck, but I'm drawn to Asian dragons. We've got the new dragon deck coming out by Stephanie Burrows soon, who did the Oak Ash and Thorn. I think it's called Smoke, Ash and Embers. Is that right? Stephanie came to our meetup and I got to see some of them. Celia loved Handmaid's Tale. I mean, Handmaid's Tale is brutal. And I know it's fiction, but it serves as a warning of what could happen in some ways in this kind of dystopian new world, and what could happen if, you know, we have blooming hostile takeovers and coups and things like that, particularly the oppression of women. But I can detach from it as a story, as a novel that was written by Margaret Atwood. I think the reason why I rarely struggled with Detroit is because I knew that this actually happened, and this was just one night in Detroit. But one of the best things in Game of Thrones for me was Jason Momoa. Yum. I don't get that. Well, I get it. I get anybody can be attractive, but everybody goes on about Jason Momoa. Elle and Jen mentioned Jason Momoa quite a bit, and I'm like, just not seeing it. Yeah, just not. Just doesn't. Strange, isn't it? Don't get me started on Outlander. That was another one I couldn't get into. My sister lent me the DVDs because she loved it, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it. Can't get into Handmaid's Tale. Just the thought. Love Dexter. Handmaid's Tale is good and frightening because it screams potential reality to me. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Stranger Things. Dexter needs to be good. It does need to be good if they're bringing it back. Handmaid's Tale, Texas right now. Twin Peaks. Never got into Twin Peaks. It was a little bit too off the wall for me. But Simon, it's happening now. Yeah, it is. There's elements of the Handmaid's Tale that is happening in parts of the world, you know. Ugh. Oh, he's gorgeous. Jason has a kitty face. Yes to Jason. Jason. Oh, everybody's loving Jason. Oh, Aspasia Rising. Yeah, I don't get it either, Simon. Jason does nothing for me. But each to their own. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all that, you know. Grey's Anatomy. I've never watched Grey's Anatomy. Oh, hi, Sinead. Hello. I think you told us that you was watching. I think when we had dinner that night, you told us you was watching Grey's Anatomy, and there was like, sort of like 600 episodes or something. And I was like, oh, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch it. And then you went, but there's something like 600 episodes. I was like, oh, maybe I won't. But I remember you telling us about it. Lady D couldn't get into the Lord of the Rings. Too long, short attention span. It's exactly the same with me. Hello, Candy. Margaret Atwood takes cut. Thank you, Tanju. I think we're sexy too. I wouldn't mind welding Jason's trident. Here he is. He's woke up. No, I'm more kind of, I don't know, I was going to say clean cut, but I've gone on about Russell Brand quite a few times. Like Ronan Keating type clean cut. LOL, Chris. Whatever that means. You just thought you'd laugh anyway, MA. Welcome to the club. I'm so behind, aren't I, in the chat? Smoke, Ash and Embers, when it's coming out, I wonder. Stephanie said, I don't want to misquote, I think she wants it out by November, end of October, November time, around Samhain. So I think that's what she's aiming for. Over 200 hours I've watched this yet. I've never missed an episode of Grey's Anatomy. I keep hoping they'll end it and set me free. Is it still going then? maybe I should. Oh, maybe I was going to say maybe I should start watching it, but then if there's hundreds and hundreds of episodes, maybe it wasn't as many as 600. I find Twin Peaks exhausting. Simon, I said dragons are sexy. Russell Brand, love him. Okay, Simon, if I invite Russell Brand to that dinner, I'll invite you too. Yeah, have him as your guest of honor. I'll come, but don't invite Ronan Keating as well. That'll be too much. Charmed. What do you like to munch on whilst watching films? Everything that I shouldn't. Haagen-Dazs ice cream, popcorn, wine gums. But now, red grapes, mango chunks. Grey's Anatomy is on the 16th season. And how many episodes in a season? So if there was 20 episodes in a season, that'd be 320. Yeah, I think I over-egged it when I said 600. Oh, Sinead's put here, there must be about 400 episodes. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to give up after season 10. I'm not going to start it. If I start it and I do like it. 24 episodes each season. Wow. 16 seasons. I did 24. Love that with Keith Sutherland. I've got all the DVDs of that. Loved it. It was one of those where it'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning. You've got to get up for work at 5:30 and it ends. You're like, I can't leave it there. I've got to watch the next one. One more, no more. One more, no more. Put it on and you get to the end and it'll end on a crucial bit. And I'm like, I've got to get up in 4 hours. One more, no more. Have you tried frozen grapes yet? So yummy. They make great ice cubes in drinks. I have heard that, but I haven't frozen my grapes. 23 to 24 episodes, give or take. Wow. They are on season 17 now, and there are 369 episodes so far. Butterfly has Googled for us. I can't. And now they are an hour long. I can't sit and watch 369 episodes from the beginning. I like binge watching Warehouse 13. It makes me very happy. I've not seen that, Warehouse 13, Gerald. I should have written some of these down. Professor T. No, Professor T. I haven't watched that, but it sounds familiar. All right, where are we for time? Let's pull a card for the collective. Not used this one yet on the channel, my transient light. So we'll pull from that. Arrested Development, I've heard of that. I've not seen it though. They are 40 to 45 minutes. Do it. The Order, is that the one about a religious cult? Chris, has anyone seen The Order? It's on Netflix now. Oops. That wasn't a jumper. That was my appalling shuffling. I think we should get a list of things we should watch. Yeah, we could do it in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group because it's a continuation of the discussion on the channel. So we could do, you know, in response to CC&C today, here are some good recommendations. And there are people in the world who are going back into lockdown, can you believe? I forgot to take out the past, present, and future cards. I'll probably just pull one of them now. You watch. Oh, it's Scientology documentary. That's The Order, is it? It's about Scientology. Promising Young Woman with Carey Mulligan. Okay, Promising Young Woman. I'll see if it's on UK Netflix. Witches of the East End. All right. Oh, we have the Champion of Vessels. Champion of Vessels. So our Knight of Cups. What do we see here then? So we see a backpack. So this is somebody, I'm trying to bring in the element of this card with my underpinning knowledge of RWS, but this is a backpack that's ready for a journey, but it hasn't been put onto the person's back. There is some hesitation here, I feel. So maybe this message for us is, you know, we've probably thought about it. We've even planned for it because we've got our backpack ready to go, but we haven't taken flight. We haven't gone on. The question is, what is it that's holding us back? If we've got some hesitance, then we just need to make sure that we've crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's and planned for the journey as much as we can. But then there's this river here, you know, and maybe it's just time to dip our toes in and then end up going with the flow of the river, trusting more in our own abilities, trusting the path that we're on and the trajectory in which we're heading to. So yeah, strap on that backpack, dip your toes, take flight. You've planned, you know, but have a think, a little bit of a consideration as to why you might be a little bit hesitant about starting off, because it's about following our dreams. It's following our heart, you know, the Knight of Cups. It's following our heart. It's following our dreams, but we have to consider what it is that's holding us back from taking that first leap, that first step on the journey. That's a great card. It's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful deck. I love the deck. Never Ending Story. I watched that a few months ago at my parents' on a Sunday afternoon. They just put the telly on and my parents were snoozing, and I was like, oh, Never Ending Story. I've not seen this for years. I was really into it, really enjoyed it. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here today. It's been lovely to have a catch up with you all. So if you remember, Monday night, I'll be on Gerald's channel, Tarot Stash. I still want to refer to your old channel, Gerald, whenever I mention your name. But yeah, I'll be there. Is it 7 p.m? I think, I don't know if yeah, Gerald's still there. So I think it's 7 p.m. UK time. So I'll be home from work and having something to eat and then settling down to have a talk about this fabulous deck. So you'll be able to catch us there. But enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. And it's been lovely to just sit and have a coffee and a chat and look at some cards with you and just hang out. So look after yourselves, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.